on Greyhound TV. Welcome to Boys Lake match between Gilman Greyhounds and the Boys Lake. First broadcast of the winter season. And Taylor, this is going to be a good one. Both teams lost a few players, so it's going to be a little inexperience on both sides.
Yeah, John. BL losing 9 last year, pretty much their entire team. Gilman, of course, losing senior leaders all up and down their roster. So it's going to be a battle of the future here today at Boys Latin.
Yeah, Jalen Rucker, Matt Smith, Chase Drew, just to name a few of those seniors that left last year. So definitely going to be some guys. I know Coach Bart was saying Roman Hines is one of those guys who's really kind of been a leader on and off the court. But tonight what we're going to see is a lot of fast-paced offense. Both these coaches have the ball and play it fast.
Yeah, Coach Bartz believes in strong defense will turn into offensive opportunity, and I think that's very true for the Hounds over the past couple of years. They've always thrived when their defense is playing well. If they can hold BL to less than 50 points today, I think it's a great opportunity.
Absolutely. Of course, Boys on the other hand also loves to play a fast defensive style. Last year's game tape, lots of sneaky play with quick passes. That's something we'll be looking for in their team. So far this season, win over Spalding. They went out and got the win. We'll take a quick break right now. National anthem. And welcome back to Greyhound TV as we get ready to game time. For game time, right before we went to break, we were talking about Gilman's win over Spalding the other day, where they went down to Annapolis and got the 60-57 win. They were down by 14 in the fourth quarter, Taylor, and then a combined 20 points between Jordan Foster, Chris Winborn, and Danny Rosenfeld gave them the comeback. And so great play for Gilman in their first game of the season. Coach Bartz was ecstatic after that one, saying the boys never stopped believing, and he was really proud to be their coach after that one.
John, I think one factor in today's game will be Matt Cooper not being here today. I believe he may be sick today. Tough to see one of the starters for the Hounds come down with that.
So in for him is Danny Rosenfield, the man we were just talking about. He actually was the one to drain the final three-pointer against Spalding, giving the Hounds the 60-57 advantage in that one and a 1-0 conference record. So as we start now, we see Roman Hines in the circle for Gilman. And we're off as Malik Missouri dribbles it down court. Gilman getting set up on their offense. Moving slowly now, Jordan Foster up top looking for a man inside. Roman Hines trying to get some space, but Boys Latin defense not giving any space. Finds a hole, inside pass from Gilman's players to Roman Hines to put the Hounds up first.
Excellent pass by Jordan Foster there. Quick way to score Gilman's first points of the game.
Inside pass. And that was stolen by Gilman. Now a scrum, but Foster comes away with it, streaking down court, and he's going to pull it out. Missouri, dangerous cross-court pass, but gets it to Rosenfield, who gives it back inside to Hines. No good on the two-pointer. BL going the other way.
No, John, put number 1 on the block count for Roman Hines as BL scores there, but he may have a lot more today.
Good feed inside from Kendall Walker to Trey Green to get the Lakers on the board, 2-2 in the first quarter. Now Winborn with the ball, taking it across court. Rosenfield in the corner. No good from three-point land. Some slow offense we've seen so far tonight, Taylor. Not in their scoring for Gilman, just in their pace of play.
Yeah, John, only about a minute 30 in. But I'd expect to see the offenses start to ramp up.
Jake Stout, the big man for Boys Latin, sneaks inside and gets another layup. So seeing some good inside passes on both sides of the court as BL gets their second bucket of the night. Hines inside, men all around him, but Winborn gets the ball now. Deep three, no good. Now Boys Latin with the fast break opportunity and a foul by Winborn on Lorenzo Donadio.
Yeah, John, as we've seen the Hounds already take 2 3-point shots throughout this game, they're going to really start to rely on the three as Roman Hines is their big man down low. But they don't really have that much height other than that with Malik Missouri playing power forward. But we could see the Hounds shooting upwards of 23s in this game.
We know Gilman's team loves to be aggressive. A few guys in right now, filling in the spot of some of those seniors we were talking about earlier. Jalen Marshall, first-year varsity player, a sophomore, and Christian Winborn, the second-year varsity sophomore. Donadio up on the point, guarded by Foster. Inside drive by Boys Latin. Can't get it as Foster gets the steal. Trying to drive inside, kicks it out to Winborn. No room, and now cross court to Rosenfield. Wanted to go for it, but good defense by Boys Latin. And now inside, looked like Foster tried to get it and was fouled.
John, it looked like he was fouled more by the backboard than the Boys Latin player there, as he was blocked pretty heavily, maybe even trying to go for a dunk there, as we've seen Jordan Foster do that in the past.
Jordan Foster, obviously one of those guys we saw in the volleyball season, known for his incredible vertical leap, but perhaps trying to do a bit too much there as he was getting behind the basket. Luckily for him, he was fouled. No good on the first take.
You know, John, something that Gilman struggled in the past is free throws. We'll see if that plagues them tonight as they miss their first of the game.
We see Lane checking in now for Rosenfield. Coach Bartz loves to talk about his depth of team, and now he loves to get all his different players in. So Foster drains the second free throw, and so Gilman finds themselves down now 3-4. Boys Latin with it, taking it across court. Jalen Marshall on the defensive. Three-point shot by Jake Stout, no good. And now Marshall streaking inside, goes for the floater, and he's good.
That is a great Euro step there by Jalen Marshall. Sophomore guard, great start of the game for him.
Making his presence on varsity known early in his first season here. Players always say it's a little tough to get used to the pace of varsity after coming off of JV or fresh off teams, but he's had no trouble so far. Now from two-point territory, Trey Green, no good. Foster there for the rebound. And he loses the ball, and so now Boys Latin with another chance to regain their lead. Three-point take from Will Spencer, no good. but Boys Latin gets it back. And that's going to be a travel called on the Lakers.
You know, John, Gilman's going with this 2-3 zone that has worked for them in the past, with Roman standing strong in the middle of the bottom row. Gilman, it seemed to work so far, as BL has only scored 4 points in the first 4 minutes of the game. Look to see Gilman keep with the zone, and BL may keep struggling with it.
Absolutely. We've also seen some aggressive play, lots of 3 points early in this game. 3-point attempts, pardon me, as we saw Will Spencer, the younger brother of Pat and Cam Spencer. Cam Spencer, of course, one of the leaders for Boys Latin's team last year, who is now playing at Loyola University. Actually got Rookie of the Week in the Patriot League. Now it's going to be a travel called on Gilman.
Yeah, John, tough call there. Just kind of got in the middle of guys. BL suffocating defense. Got Jalen Marshall down to the ground to make him travel.
Looks like another foul is going to be called, as we've just seen a plethora of fouls come in the past few minutes. Senior captain Jack Tortolani checking into the game for the first time now. So on the court for the Greyhounds, Tortolani, Winborn, Lane, Marshall, and Foster, who gets the steal. Now going for the dunk. Oh, no good. Foster wanted to prove his monstrous leap early, but no good, as that one just hit off the rim.
You know, John, I think if he had laid that up, you know, sure, Gilman gets points, but he proved there that if he was not touched there, he would have slammed that down for an epic dunk. Great play. Gilman gets the ball back. Tough break for Jordan Foster.
Now Marshall with it going inside. Tries for the fadeaway, and he's good. Another shot from Marshall, showing his impressive shooting stroke tonight. Walker coming down court, guarded by Winborn. Inside pass stolen, this time by Winborn. Now Lane goes up for the layup, and he's good.
You know, John, these screens don't seem to be working for BL right now. Number 12, Lorenzo Donadio, having a tough time getting open down in the paint.
BL's definitely feeling the absence of some of their senior leaders, especially Cam Spencer, as we were just mentioning, in their outside shooting. I mean, all the points, another one there for Boys Latin, have been in the paint. They've just been going for the inside passes. And I mean, it hasn't worked badly, as they already have 6 points up on the board, but not great outside shooting so far by the Lakers. Lane's going to be called with the travel. He looks a little confused by that, as it looked like there was some contact, but either way, Boys Latin's going to get the ball back as Rosenfield and Missouri check back into the game for Winborn and Foster.
Yeah, John, I'm not sure if travel was the right call there. It seemed more like a double dribble, but anyway, it is a turnover for the Hounds.
Boys Latin inside. Going to be called for the foul on the offensive player, Kendall Walker. Boys Latin just continues to have foul trouble right now.
I mean, down low, Gilman's been pretty steady right now. I mean, in the paint, they've had a very good defense that is not giving up many points.
Marshall with it on the wing. Brings it up top. Rosenfield's open to the corner. Fast defense by Boys Latin. Gilman trying to work it around. And now Marshall inside. The bucket and a foul. Jalen Marshall just playing aggressive tonight.
What a start for Jalen Marshall. I believe he's shooting for his 7th point right now. 7 of the Hounds, maybe 11 points. He's had a great start, and he's a young guy who's kind of sprung up the ladder through JV. Doing a great job tonight at the start of the game.
I mean, to be honest, I never really even heard too much about Jalen Marshall in the preseason chatter for Gilman about how his impact would be felt by the Hounds. But I mean, obviously, as we're seeing, it's being felt pretty well right now. Inside pass to Walker. Goes out the boys Latin player, and Gilman gets it back.
What a play there by Malik Missouri. He saw the ball there. It was going to go out on him originally, but he just bounced it right against him. Goes out, Hounds ball.
So Hines coming back in for Marshall, who's going to get a break after his stellar performance he's had so far in the first quarter. Lane with the ball. Gilman up 12-6 here at Boys Latin. Always a rivalry between the Lakers and the Hounds. Showing to be aggressive right now as Lane goes inside, just off the rim, and Boys Latin gets it back as Walker trying to go fast down court. Loses it, and Foster gets it back. Now a scrum, but Lane comes up with it, and he's just going to pull it out.
Great hustle there by Jordan Foster to get BL lacking in transition, as that's Gilman's signature defensive play. Transition defense has been very stellar for the Hounds so far.
Missouri up top with it now. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Only a few seconds left on the shot clock. Got to get a shot off now. And Foster goes for three. No good. But Boys Latin gets this one. And now a foul is going to be called on either Lane or Missouri. That one's going to be called on Lane for being a little too aggressive on that defense.
That's an excellent rebound by Rochelle. Great job boxing out. I believe Malik Missouri does have 6 inches on him, so great rebound there to get the ball and the Lakers the ball back.
Walker up top, guarded by Lane. Looking for the hole in Gilman's defense, and he loses the ball. So Gilman's going to get it back with just over 10 seconds to go in the first quarter with a solid lead right now.
Right now, BL does not have seem to have an answer to Gilman's stellar defense right now. Rayon Lane, one of the quickest guys out there. You saw him on the football field score probably over half of their touchdowns on kick returns. He's having a great game so far, and overall the Gilman defense has been locked down through this first quarter.
3 seconds left on the clock. Foster tries for the shot, loses the ball, and now a half-court shot by Boys Latin, no good. So Gilman ends the first quarter 12-6, leading over the Lakers. We'll take a quick break and be back to bring you second quarter action on Greyhound TV. And we welcome you back. Gilman leading 12-6 over the Lakers. And so far, one of the key players for Gilman's been Jalen Marshall, Taylor, as he's gone 3 for 3, getting 6 points already tonight.
Yeah, John, I think it is 7, though. Because,
pardon me, 7.
Yeah,
a
because
free
of
throw
the
for
free
him.
throw and 1. Yeah, great first half, scoring over half of the Hounds' points.
So So another turnover for Boys Latin, as it looked like one of their players just stepped on the baseline. So Boys Latin's theme has seemed to be turnovers so far.
Yeah, John, I can really attribute that to Gilman's defense down low in the paint. They're getting steals, blocks, whatever it is. They're pushing him out on the line. Great job by Malik Missouri there.
Now Hines with it, kicks out to Foster for three, and he's good. Jordan Foster adding to this Gilman lead, 15-6 over the Lakers.
That's exactly what the Hounds want. When Roman Hines gets the ball, they know he's so tall and so overpowering of all the BL players. They're going to go and triple team him, and Roman's just going to kick out and hit Jordan Foster for the three.
Hines, the tallest man on the floor, 6'9", 220, as Boys Latin gets a three of their own. Nice shot by Will Spencer. Now inside for Missouri. No good on the two-pointer. And so Boys Latin will get that one back.
John, I'd like to give a shout-out to the great student section for Gilman that showed up today. A collection of three guys, John A. Mathai, Gus Cortezi, and Pete Hubeck.
Always good to see at least a few Hounds out here if you can't get the whole crowd.
Of course.
Now Foster playing defense. Ball's up top. Walker with it, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Will Spencer cuts inside. And it's going to go the other way. Looks like a charging foul called on Spencer.
Yeah, John. Great defense there as Will Spencer looked to pull his second three in a row. Goes inside, but draws the charge for, I believe, the second time of the game.
Winmore gives it inside to Missouri again this time, and he's going to be called with the foul.
Yeah, John, quick hold there for BL as Gilman will be in the bonus now for the next foul.
Now Foster trying to roll around, get some space. Good defense by Trey Green. Now Marshall trying to get some more points, but good defense again. Missouri goes inside, and he's called for another foul. Wow, just no end to these Boys Latin fouls, Taylor.
Yeah, John, great job by Malik Missouri there. Maybe a little bit of acting with the through of his hands, but great job there drawing the 1-and-1.
Not a bad skill to have when you're getting fouled.
Nope.
Always want to sell it to the refs.
Yep.
Missouri drains the first attempt. So on the floor for Gilman, we have Jalen Marshall, Roman Hines, Jordan Foster, Christian Winborn, and of course Malik Missouri at the free throw line. Last year we saw these teams have a tough battle with each other. Boys Latin came out on top 60-58 right in this arena. So Gilman definitely looking for a little revenge this season.
Yeah, John, that was probably one of Gilman's best games last year as BL was a top MIA contender, losing in the semifinals to St. Francis. That really showed the Hounds could play with the top dogs in the league. Not quite enough to make the playoffs. Wow.
Gilman running with it now. Corner three, and he's good. That's Christian Winborn.
John, great call there. Christian Winborn, just another sophomore, another underclassman for the Hounds, proving that they have a great future as they double the Lakers' points.
So Gilman up 20-9 right now. I mean, just a great job from Gilman all around so far. They've been staying out of foul trouble pretty well. They've been having good outside shooting and, of course, getting it inside to Roman Hines. But as we were talking about just a minute ago, last year was a little tough for the Greyhounds in terms of making it to the playoffs. They had a really tough league division if you look back at it. Mm-hmm. They had MSJ, John Carroll, St. Francis all in their league, and of course it's the top 4 teams in each league that make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, John, that was tough on the Hounds as going into the season they really expected to maybe contend for a title. But, you know, really the MIA was very strong last year, maybe a little weaker this year. But I think this year the Hounds do have a little bit more chemistry and a little bit more of a drive to win that championship.
One thing they've done this year in the MIAA is the realignment of the divisions. They've actually changed around who's in which division. It's kind of shaped out to be the Catholic schools versus the independent schools, and so we see a lot more evenness in kind of the distribution of teams in each division. So Gilman obviously using that as some motivation to make a playoff run this year. Doing a great job right now, obviously, is leading the Lakers by 11. Winborn with the ball. On the wing, gives it inside to Hines. Goes for the layup, it gets his own rebound, and Boys Latin steals it away, and now going to be a jump ball.
John, it does not matter that he did not make that, but Roman Hines is so dominant right now, standing about 4 inches taller than BL center right now. Even though he missed it, you know, he'll start making those, but, you know, really good job posting up against him.
Roman Hines just showing off there a bit with that inside pass he got from Winborn. Kind of reminds me of a play we saw the other night from Kyle Rudolph against in the Vikings versus Seahawks matchup on Monday Night Football, where he just went right up over the defender and stuck his arm out to bring it down.
You know, John, it is like a lot like football. If Gilman, if any of the guards see Roman 1v1 down low, they're going to him.
Now Foster with it. And he's going to miss that one, and Boys Latin's going to get it back. So halfway through the second quarter. On the floor for the Lakers, we see Kendall Walker, Trey Green, Will Spencer, Lorenzo Donadio, and Jake Stout. As Donadio drains a two-pointer, trying to bring his Lakers back in, but Marshall now on the drive. And a charging foul going to be called on Marshall as Boys Latin gets it back. A little momentum for the Lakers now, Taylor.
Yeah, John, they just scored their first points in a while, as the Lakers probably do now have the momentum, although they're still trailing by 9 in the first half.
Still for Boys Latin, we haven't really seen any of those outside shots. Mostly it's been inside. I think almost all of their points have been from inside with the exception of a three-pointer from Will Spencer. And now another inside shot, this time by Donadio.
Yep,
no
John,
good.
Blocked there by Roman Hines. Just dominant, as Roman has a really good matchup inside against number 14, Michael Austin.
Lane with it, trying to find Hines, but couldn't get his footing. And so he gives it to Foster instead. Almost stolen by Boys Latin, but Missouri gets it back and is called with a foul. So he'll go to the line again. Link Missouri definitely doing a good job to sell it to the refs, especially when he gets any contact. So smart play by him. Perfect on his first three. As Rosenfield comes back into the game for Foster, and Tortolani's going to come back in.
Yeah, John, Gilman's going with a much taller set than they usually do, going with 3 forwards here in Rosenfield, Tortolani, and Hines.
Malik makes the second, so Gilman gets to 22, doubling Boys Latin's points right now with 3:30 left to go in the first half.
The free throw shooting has got to please Coach Bartz right now. I believe Gilman is 7 for 8, just what you want to see as the head coach.
Yeah, as you were alluding to earlier, Gilman's free throw shooting has not always been the best, but I mean, obviously tonight, not bad statistics right there. Winborn charging right now, going to pull it out. Tries to set up the Gilman offense, gives it to Lane. Up top, trying to go back out to Winborn, but a little traffic, and that ball goes out of bounds. Things kind of slowing down later in this second quarter as both teams have kind of been pumping up their defense. Almost a good defensive play by Tortolani, but that one will go out of bounds, and Boys Latin will have the inbound here. Corner three from Michael Austin, no good. But a good rebound by Will Spencer. Now another three, but blocked by Lane. Rayon Lane, not the tallest player on the court, but showing his hops there as he just goes up and doesn't even give the Boys Latin sure a chance.
John, you can make a case for Rayon being one of the most athletic people at Gilman on the football field, on the basketball court. He has a blazing speed, an amazing vertical, and all-around awesome athleticism.
As he gets another rebound there, storming down the court. Gilman trying to have a fast-paced offense. Jalen Marshall gives it to Tortolani for the three. No good. But some good signs for Gilman's offenses. They did exactly what Mr. Bartz loves doing. Fast, strong defense turned into fast offense. Now Rosenfield guarding Donadio up top. Shell with the ball. Gives it to Green, and it's mishandled, so Gilman gets it back off another Lakers turnover. Winborn pulls up for three. In and out of the basket.
John, great play by Christian Winborn there, eluding the defenders as well. A charge is drawn. Very great job there by Jaden Marshall to draw that charge.
Jalen Marshall psyched after that one as he went to the floor off the foul, but just smacked his hand, showing how happy he was that he's having a great performance tonight. So a timeout's going to be called on the floor, and we'll be back in 30 seconds to bring you the rest of this second quarter. .149 to go in the second quarter. Gilman leading Boys Latin 22-11. Lakers with 9 fouls already, only to Gilman's 5 fouls. Winborn slowly taking it across the midcourt line. Gets a block by Missouri. Wants to take another three, but goes inside. And the layup's good for Winborn. Showing his athleticism tonight as he's one of the more speedy players on Gilman's team.
John, as the first quarter was more of a one-man show, the second quarter has been more of a team effort from Gilman. I believe everybody on the court has scored. Really a great job from the Hounds, spreading the ball out.
Boys Latin wanted the three, gave it to 3 of their men, but they couldn't find anyone as Gilman gets the ball off Jordan Foster's steal. Lane with the fast break, but he's just going to pull it out as he was swarmed by Boys Latin defenders.
John, Coach Bartz is a very active sideline coach as he will be running across, yelling shooter, shooter to everybody. Doing a great job.
Absolutely, always exciting to see the intensity by Coach Bartz. As we referenced earlier, loves working with this group of guys. His third year coaching at Gilman after graduating in '99. Boys Latin will go to the foul line right now as a foul was called on the Gilman defense. Now Rosenfield coming back to the game. we see a second one by Donadio. So he chips away at that Gilman lead just a little bit. Now Winborn taking it across court. 10 seconds differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Foster with the corner look. Didn't want to go for it. Instead goes inside and he gets the layup, giving Gilman 26 to Boys Latin's 13, extending this Gilman lead.
Great move there by Jordan Foster to fake out. Number 14, Michael Austin, getting inside to make that reverse layup.
Walker with it now for Boys Latin, going to give the Lakers the last shot of the quarter. Or maybe we're going to see a foul, actually, as Michael Austin got the rebound off of Walker's early shot and was fouled. Looked like Winborn was the one who fouled him there. But overall, Taylor, we've seen a pretty good job by Gilman in terms of not fouling too much. We've seen 2 in the past minute or so, but early off in the game, they were doing pretty well at staying away from being overly aggressive on defense.
Yeah, John, just in general, their defense has been suffocating, to say the least, as they've held the Lakers to, at the most, 15 points in this half, which Coach Bartz has to love. I mean, with a team that really struggled with that last year, it's great to see the Hounds come out in early MIA play and play this good defense.
Suffocating but smart is Gilman's defense, as Foster is just going to pick up the ball off the missed free throw and take us to halftime. So after the first 2 quarters, Gilman with the strong lead over the Lakers, 26-14 as we go into half. Welcome back to Greyhound TV. John Williams alongside Taylor West here at Boys Latin, where Gilman has a strong 26-14 lead over the Lakers. Taylor, in the first half, we kind of saw Jalen Marshall come out and be the point man for Gilman, getting 7 points in the first quarter alone, and then we kind of saw Gilman's offense really flourish a lot as the ball was being distributed, and their shooting has just been incredible.
Yeah, this BL team does not match up well to this Gilman team, as the Gilman team seems faster and bigger than them, and that's not a good recipe for success in basketball if you are the Boys Latin Lakers.
Now ball on the floor, Danny Rosenfield picks it up and gives it to Winborn, who's going to take it slow. Gilman's first offensive series in this second half. Play's starting to liven up a little bit as Boys Latin's fans wanting to get their team back into this one. Jordan Foster with a deep three, no good. Boys Latin storming back the other way. Walker with it now. Up top, Austin tried to kick it out. Blocked by Hines, but Boys Latin gets it back. 10 seconds on the clock. Will Spencer with a three-pointer, no good. Ball on the floor now, and it went off Rosenfield, so Boys Latin's going to get the ball back for another possession. Good job by Boys Latin sustaining this possession with lots of rebounds in that one.
The thing that is so awesome about having Roman Hines on your team is that when he's defending that three in that 2-3 zone, he can reach up and still block a shot from about 5 feet away and stand his ground if they're going to drive inside, because obviously he's not going to be as fast as the really fast guards on the perimeter. So he can both defend the three and defend the inside shot.
Counted for two and a foul for Boys Latin as they make their push back to chip away at Gilman's lead. It's going to be Will Spencer at the line for the Lakers. But yeah, as you were talking about Roman, I mean, obviously one of the leaders of this team for a reason. He can do anything from inside to outside blocking, get some good layups, and he's just really been sensational this year. As Coach Bartz was saying, he worked really hard in the offseason to improve his game. Fourth year on varsity for Hines. Experience starting to show a little bit. As we see, Winborn gives an inside pass to Hines, who kicks it out to Foster. Well guarded by Boys Latin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Missouri pulls up, but a foul's going to be called. That one's on Jared Archer, the 5'7" guard.
Yeah, John, one of the lone bright spots for the Boys Latin offense has been Will Spencer. I believe he just scored his 9th point, having more than half the points for the Lakers. Great game so far, as he has displayed he can hit the outside shot.
Missouri at the line again tonight, his third trip. First one just misses off the rim.
Johnny seemed pretty shocked that he missed that. He held that follow through for about 5 seconds after the shot bounced off the rim.
Rebounds and makes the second free throw. Now on the floor for Gilman, Missouri, Winborn, Foster, Hines, and Danny Rosenfield. Guarded by Winborn, who gets the steal. Coming down court, gives it to Rosenfield, who just steals it away from Michael Austin. Cross-court patch, dangerous, picked up by Walker. Boys Latin running down now, 3-point from Spencer. No, he's going to pull it out and give it to Austin, who goes for three himself. Rattles in and out of the basket, and so Winborn's going to take the ball back and calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, John, that was great ball movement there by Boys Latin to counter the transition defense of Gilman to find an open spot in Michael Austin.
And Winborn pulls up for the three. Christian Winborn leading this team at the moment as he's been making his presence known on offense and defense. Rosenfield gets the rebound off the missed three-pointer by Boys Latin. Gilman trying to find a man outside as Winborn takes it up top. Looks like an off-ball foul is going to be called. Couldn't quite tell what that was.
It may have been a hold on number 12, Matt Spencer, as Roman seemed quite upset after the play as he was not able to get in the post position that he would have liked to.
So another foul on Will Spencer. As we see Foster coming back. Probably Rosenfield going out of the game. And Walker storms down the court, no good. Another missed shot by Boys Latin as Marshall is fouled.
Great rebound there by Jalen Marshall, showing he can really do it all. Kind of hands of glue there, holding on to that ball with two BL defenders trapping him.
Rochelle checking back into the game for Kendall Walker. Gilman really slowing their pace of play down in the second half on the offense, as they're playing more conservative and smart with a 13-point lead. However, that's going to be a missed pass as Rochelle gets the steal, takes it across court. And now storming inside is Will Spencer, but he's going to get called for the foul and one. Will Spencer being aggressive in the paint as he gets another two-pointer.
Yeah, John, as I was talking about earlier, Will Spencer has been the Boys Latin offense right now, whether it be assists, rebounds, or offensive plays. He's really had a great game, and he's definitely looking for other Lakers to step it up in the second half, as they could be trailing by at least 10 here.
So Will Spencer does get the free throw, pulling the Lakers back within 10, as we're going to see a timeout called, and we'll take a quick break. Gilman up 30-20 over Boys Latin. Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Boys Latin trying to get back in this game after a 12-point halftime deficit. Lane with the floater now, just a little short as Boys Latin gets it back. That's Archer with it, who gives it to Donadio. Goes for the pass to Rochelle from downtown. Yes! Rochelle gets his first points on the game.
Much needed there for BL, as this 6-point swing, full momentum, is focusing towards the Lakers right now.
Winborn with another shot, no good. Gilman trying to be a little too fast-paced, in my opinion, on offense right now. Just need to settle it down, as Boys Latin gets another three-pointer, this time by the man we've been talking about, Will Spencer. Boys Latin within 4.
Right now, Gilman's going with a lot smaller set with their big man, Malik Missouri, right now, and 4 other guards on the court. I'm not sure if this really plays to their strengths, John.
Missouri pulls up for 3, just off the rim. And it looks like a foul's going to be called on Lane. Rochelle just trying to let that one go out, but Lane was a little too aggressive there. Rosenfield coming back into the game right now. And Missouri's going to take a seat to get a little rest.
Now they're going with an even smaller set, John. Their tallest guy on the court right now, Jordan Foster.
Coach Bart's just trying to change it up right now so he can stunt this Boys Latin offensive streak they've had. Early we saw them only shooting from inside, getting almost all of their first half points in the paint. But now their outside shooting has been heating up as their momentum will be stalled a little bit off the offensive foul. So with 2:39 left in this second quarter, Boys Latin has really been pulling back in this game, Taylor.
Yeah, John, really full momentum in their hands right now. They have a chance here to get it really close before the beginning of the fourth quarter. But Gilman last game, keep in mind, did come back from a 14-point fourth quarter run. So if Coach Bartz can find that little spark in his team that he found in that game against Spalding last week, the Hounds should be destined for success in this game.
So we pick up action again. Rosenfield's going to give an inbound right now as Gilman's trying to get their offense going again. Up 30-26 over the hosting Lakers. Semifinalists last year were the Lakers. Beat Gilman 60-58 in their only matchup. Now Gilman trying to get a little revenge today. As Foster with it up top, drives inside. Roll doesn't go. Now Donadio storming down the court. Passes over to Archer and a block by Winborn. Nice job by Winborn showing his athleticism as Jordan Foster now pulls up. No good again. Just the jumper from 2-point land. Boys Latin with it now again. Donadio up top, giving it to Shell. Driving inside, hot off of a three-pointer, but it's going to be a foul called on him.
Yeah, John, the Hound shot selection does not seem to be there right now. Settling for mid-range jump shot, contested mid-range jump shots, doesn't seem to be the answer for the Hounds right now in the third quarter.
Shell no good on the first free throw attempt. But yeah, that Boys Latin defense has really been ramping up in this second half. Just not allowing Gilman any open shots. As Gilman's trying to be patient, but we've really just seen Boys Latin not give them any spaces. Offensive rebound off the missed free throw from Shell. And it looks like Boys Latin's going to get it back again.
Tough job there as Roman Hines comes in, giving them much needed height. As you could see, the Lakers for the first time this game look bigger than the Hounds.
Donadio shoots from 2-point range, no good. And Missouri gets it back. Wants to drive inside, just pulls it out. As Boys Latin's defense is all over him. Loses the ball, but it's going to stay with the Hounds. Boys Latin's fans not happy about that call.
Yeah, John, I wouldn't be either. It looked pretty obvious that ball went off Malik Missouri. The Hounds will take their much-needed call.
Missouri inside. Referee's going to call it travel. So Gilman just not able to find an answer on offense right now, as they're on a bit of a drought at the moment. Walker trying to bring BL even closer and cut away at this Gilman lead. Now Shell with it up top again, guarded by Marshall. Donadio drives inside. The two-pointer and one.
Yeah, John, I believe that BL right now is on an 11-point run, much needed after a really tough first half as Jordan Foster checks in for Rayon Lane.
Just 4 points here in the second quarter for the Hounds to Boys Latin 14 points. And Donadio brings the Lakers back within one, 30-29. Just over a minute to go in this third quarter. Winborn with it up top. Trying to cut inside with the floater. Count it for 2 and a foul. Winborn bringing Gilman's momentum back.
That is a huge answer to the Hounds. Much needed points to stop that BL momentum to some extent. I mean, after an 11-0 run, it's really hard to stop that. But Christian Winborn with a great drive to get that and-one finish.
So a little spark in Gilman's offense as he nails the free throw. Extending Gilman's lead back up to 4. Walker with it now up top, guarded by Marshall. Donadio driving inside again. And it looks like they're going to call a jump ball. Is that right, Taylor?
Yeah, I believe that was Christian Winborn just absolutely stripping, not just completely clean, the ball of number 22. I believe that is Jared Archer. What a play by Christian Winborn to get the Hounds the ball back.
Now Foster sneaking inside with a Euro step, and he's good.
That was elusive if I've ever seen it, John. Great play by Jordan Foster there.
Just finding the holes in Boys Latin's defense.
That is not a foul the Hounds want to commit right there. Really tough as BL is put into the bonus before the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Foster guarding up top. Now Missouri on Shell. Boys Latin just giving it off to each other right now up top. Trying to confuse Gilman's defense. Not seeming to work. Shell with the three-pointer. Picked up by Foster. Trying to add on to that two-pointer he had in the last possession. No good, just short on that jumper. Donadio with the layup, and he's good. Sneaks past the Gilman defense and just rolls it in. As Missouri somehow sneaks past Boys Latin's defense and goes for the layup, and he's no good. So at the end of the third quarter, we see Boys Latin making this a close one as Gilman's lead now only 4 at 35-31 going into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is underway now. Gilman had a strong lead at halftime, 26-14 over the Lakers, but Boys Latin really stormed back and made this a close one as it's now only 35-31 in favor of the Greyhounds. Shell with another three-point attempt, and he gets his second one. Shell really making his presence known in the second half.
And this is the smallest lead that Gilman has had since the first quarter. Really needing a momentum shift here.
Winborn gives it to Foster up top. Foster trying to get a little bit of that momentum back they had at the end of the third quarter, but he cannot. Tries to just roll it in, but loses it, and Boys Latin gets it back. Now with an opportunity to take their first lead of the night. Crowd building here at Boys Latin. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Gilman's second game of the year. As we mentioned earlier, they're 1-0 this season after a win versus Spalding. Boys Latin, on the other hand, 0-1 after a loss to Goretti, team out of Hagerstown. Actually finished number 11 in the state last year, so not a bad loss for the Lakers. But now here, you can feel the tension between these two teams as Will Spencer takes his first free throw and misses it. That one would have tied the game up, but instead, Gilman gets the ball back. Winborn with it up top, guarded by Shell. And Shell falls. They're going to call it an offensive foul on Gilman. Didn't really see what happened there, just heard Shell hit the floor and the foul. Not sure if you saw anything there, Taylor.
Roman does have a case to be upset right now. I mean, it really did look like he was set as Ryer had to run and try to go catch Christian Winborn as he blew by him. I would not have called that a moving pick there because he did look set. Really tough call for the Hounds there in a very important possession in the fourth quarter.
Definitely a disappointing foul there, as Gilman's had much more foul trouble than in the first half, already with 8 Boys Latin's 5. Denayo for 3, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Off the bounce now, a 3 from Will Spencer. Rattles in and out, but that is Michael Austin, the junior, there with the pickup to give Boys Latin a 36-35 lead.
John, that may be BL's first lead of the entire game, as they may have led early in the first quarter, but I am not sure about that. As full as a foul is called there, John.
So good for Gilman to get a little bit of that momentum of Boys Latin stopped, as a foul called on Winborn. Danny Rosenfield just going to inbound it now.
Yeah, Gilman, now both teams will be in the bonus, shooting 1-and-1s.
Winborn from downtown, and he nails it. Christian Winborn giving Gilman the lead back with a nice 3 from the wing. And Gilman now finds themselves back up 38-36 as Boys Latin seem to have all the momentum, but Christian Winborn is there to say no thank you.
That really silenced the crowd here at Galveston Athletic Center. Really great shot there, contested 3. I think Winborn, who has really taken over in the second half, if anybody has for the Hounds, he has really showed how good that underclassman class is in the sophomores.
So as Gilman's up 38-36 at timeout, we'd like to tell you we will have a broadcast on Friday, our first Gilman hockey game of the year, as the boys go out to Loyola to play Mount Pleasant on Friday at 5:15, looking to build on their championship season they had last year. And so back in this one, as both teams come out of their timeout. Walker with it up top, gives it to Shell. Going inside, tries for the roll, but no good. As Tortolani's there with the rebound. Marshall up top with it, trying to get a little bit of that shooting streak he had earlier in the first quarter. Jordan Foster for another three, just short. A scrum for the rebound, but Boys Latin comes away with it. Walker storming down the court now. Gives it to the corner. And now Will Spencer wants to shoot. Good defense there by Winborn.
Will Spencer has kind of acted as the hype man for the Lakers in the second half. Very vocal in his probably 10 points in the second half.
Absolutely, as Walker now with a three, no good as Winborn gets the rebound. 5 minutes to go in this one. With it up top, pulls up for three, rattles in and out off the bank and the rim. Boys Latin comes away with it. Donadio taking it across court. Inside pass from Walker to Donadio. Sneaky inside pass we were talking about earlier that Boys Latin is accustomed to, especially in previous seasons. Bringing it back right now.
Great pass from the 5'10 senior guard. What a pass, John, to tie this game up.
Now Tortolani with it. In traffic, just going to pull it out and give it to Winborn, who tries for the dangerous pass to Rosenfield. Fortunately for Gilman, they come away with it. Now the screen by Rosenfield, and just miss as Winborn tries for the floater. Tied up at 38. Corner three from Boys Latin. No good. As Austin wanted that one to give Boys Latin another lead. But instead, Gilman has the chance to reclaim their lead right now. Foster with it at the top of the key. Giving it over to Winborn. Now Rosenfield breaking inside. And finds his way in. As a nice layup from Rosenfield gives Gilman their lead back.
John, Danny Rosenfield, normally a three-point specialist, has kind of, that was a great shot to drive in. Not something we'll see much from Danny.
Rosenfield, known by the Gilman team as someone who's great at shooting from a feed off of a set spot, but showing his versatility right now. So both teams going to try to talk it over. And we've seen it be a lot more close in this fourth quarter as we saw first, Taylor.
Yeah, I'm really both sides kind of lopsided to one team, I'd say. But overall, it's dire at Gilman Athletic Center. It's really good to see these teams match up early.
Lead is 38 here on Lake Avenue. Rayon Lane with it at the top of the key, giving it to the Rosenfield, who pulls up for a three. Air ball, but Winborn went for the rebound as that one was looking like it was going out of bounds. And so Boys Latin does get that back after a good effort from Winborn. Donadio going to inbound it now.
Yeah, John, I'm not sure if that was necessarily a shot the Hounds were looking for. Up to late in the fourth quarter, a contested three that ended up proving unsuccessful.
Hounds looking to be aggressive, perhaps too aggressive there as Boys Latin gets it back. Now Foster playing heavy defense, and a foul's going to be called.
Didn't see much there. I believe they're calling that on Jalen Marshall. Just seemed like an aggressive play from the Hounds. Ended up not working out for them.
So Ryer Shell at the line again, looking to build on his 2 3-pointers he's had so far tonight. Misses the first one. 0 for 2 from the line tonight for Shell. As Gilman's defense swarming Austin, and Gilman gets it back. Strong effort by Austin, though, as he was guarded by 4 Gilman defensemen.
Yeah, I mean, that's really impressive. 5'10" Michael Austin, the guard going up against some guys that are 6'3", 3 different guys actually, and getting 2 different rebounds. Really good effort from him there.
Lane with another three-pointer, no good. And a foul's going to be called. Looked like that was an offensive one on Gilman, so Boys Latin gets it back, trying to get back to tie or the lead.
Yeah, John, just over the back there on Christian Wimborne. I'm not sure how many fouls that is on him, but if I believe that he'd be getting into foul trouble right now.
Austin rattles in the first free throw. Boys Latin now within 1. Low-scoring game tonight, but great defense by both teams as we've seen it go back and forth in the second half. And Austin makes the second one, tying it up at 40 apiece. Timeout on the floor. And we'll be back with 2:34 to go in this fourth quarter, tied up at 40. Welcome back to Greyhound TV. Gilman, Boys Latin tied up at 40. 2:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Winborn taking it across the court. Trying to drive inside. Kicks it out to Foster. Good defense by Boys Latin as Donatio's all over Foster, but Foster gets a step on him and rattles that one in. Good layup by Foster, giving Gilman the lead back.
Quite impressive drive there by Jordan Foster to travel through 3 different defenders and still get that reverse layup. Really impressive there to give the Hounds the lead.
We talked about his vertical leap, but also the long step he can have. He just runs right around defenders. Now a corner 3 again from Boys Latin. No good as Missouri with it now. And a foul is going to be called on him.
He will be shooting 1 and 1, John. I believe he's been 7 of 8 from the free throw line all game. Been very successful as these 2 are definitely the biggest of those 8 he will have to hit.
Coach Bart's telling his guys to match up so that in case Missouri misses this one, they can be ready for the offensive rebound. Missouri just short on the first one. Boys Latin gets it back as Will Spencer there for the defensive rebound. And now Donatio brings it across the court. Giving it to Walker at the top of the key. Back to Shell. Boys Latin trying to do a little bit more of that passing up top they were doing earlier as Will Spencer gets the ball short on the three-pointer and Marshall scoops it up, sprinting down court and goes for the 2 just short. But Marshall gets it back and he's good as he puts the Hounds up 44-40.
2 huge points there for the Hounds, John. Makes it a 2-possession game with about 1 minute left to go.
Walker has it now, gives it out to Shell, wanted to take another three-pointer as he's been successful tonight, but forced to take it out as good defense by Gilman prevents him from doing so. Now that's going to be Walker with the 3, and he connects. bringing it back within one.
Kendall Walker with ice in his veins there, hitting a huge three with 1 minute to go. As Gilman may want to stop being so aggressive on defense, as a foul would prove brutal to their campaign to win this game.
Just over 10 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. Winborn gives it out to Lane, who goes inside. And the floater for two is good, putting Gilman up 46-43 with under 30 seconds left in this one. All the pressure on Boys Latin now to get a three-pointer, or at least hope for a foul on a two-pointer.
John, if I were BL here, I'd definitely go for the two. 29 seconds is not what you're going to even be sure. For BL here, I'd go for the try to get Gilman position or on the foul line quickly, and we'll see how it plays out from there.
Coach Bart's talking to him before he says that Boys Latin's coaches never basketball offensive possession right here. But yeah, definitely second.
Coach Bruce, he really brought this Boys Latin program up from the depth. They were a B conference team, you know, kind of middle of the pack, and then they championship moved to the A conference, but going to be much bigger of a test than that B conference, and to lead them into title contenders as of last year when they had an extremely talented senior class.
Gilman's sideline reminding not to foul and give Boys Latin any hope. As we see Walker with it up top, guarded by Lane. Now a three-pointer taken, no good by by Donadio, as he has another chance, no good this time again. Christian Winborn is there for the pickup. 3.5 left to go in this game as Gilman looks to seal it with Christian Winborn going to the line.
John, and even though this game does look to be over, I'm not going to say it is over quite yet. These games early on in the season are really good for a team to have. Two nail-biters in the first two games. That will prove very helpful for the Hounds as they will encounter many more of these tough games down the MIA road.
Just showing plenty of poise on Gilman's part right now. As Winborn puts the Hounds up 4, making this a 2-point possession. And that about seals it. As Gilman's going to talk it over just a little bit. So just a lot of adversity for the Hounds early in this tech build that lead.
To really thing about this game is that they were able to overcome all elements being them. Come out and
on that out Gilman 9 14.5 deficit, and so Gilman trying to get a little momentum back in that fourth quarter, as they did behind Foster, Winborn, Missouri, other starters that have really proven to be great for them tonight.
Yeah, Coach Bart's here. I'm really saying lay off BL if they do get this rebound. Don't foul. That would be not the smartest move, but it looks like Gilman has locked this one up.
As Winborn nails his second one, 48-43, Boys Latin just going to take a long three-pointer here as the clock expires. Gilman with the second conference win of their season, 48-43, getting revenge on the Lakers after the Lakers got the best of them 60-58 last season. Gilman led 26-14 at halftime. Lakers brought it close, even got the lead in this second half, but Gilman just stayed poised as they did against Spalding the other day and gets the win here. Boys Latin.
Yeah, John, really a special game for the Hounds there. Even though have faced a 14-point lead. Really a spectacular job for the Hounds in the fourth quarter. Great defense all around. Some sparks of offense. Parts will definitely have him working on shooting and really good.
John Williams alongside Taylor West. At the end of this one, Gilman still 3 to get a 2-0 start in conference play.